everybody, and welcome back to the Salty Boys podcast. This is a continuation of the Halloween series. We are almost done, I believe. Okay. So last time, we stopped off when the demon there said hello to the little boy. And then the little boy asked, "What are you supposed to be?" He asked, craning his neck uncomfortably far just to take in my countenance. Wait, memes, okay. Trick or treat, I just love your costume. Guess what my son is for Halloween? He's a ghost too. Ever since he overdosed. Oh my gosh.
Halloween.
What are you supposed to be? He asked, craning his neck uncomfortably far just to take in my countenance. How was he not afraid, I wondered. What just happened to my Bro, my phone just went off. Oh my gosh. Jack, I'm trying to do a pod.
Super weapons.
What are you... How was he not afraid, I wondered. How could he, an innocent human and a child, no less stare at me, a creature from beyond his insignificance idea of creation, and not feel the slightest tremble of worry?
So, is this like the boy looking at the demon, or the demon looking at the boy?
They're both looking at each other.
I mean, like...
And then the demon's talking.
Oh, the demon's talking, okay.
To like yourself. Stop turning off. Well, I'm your neighbor, I heard myself saying. I mean, who's your costume? The boy corrected, frowning up at me. My costume, I repeated. I was at a total loss as to what the boy may be talking about. Yeah, who are you supposed to be for Halloween? Yes, I thought, finally coming to understand. I was facing the human's power of denial firsthand. Then terror struck me. What if I was going to die? After all these many centuries, what if I was going to disappear from existence just because one little boy could not understand me? Was there some way to prevent against being thought out of creation? Was I to encourage him, to make him think I was some sort of pathetic human seeking candy instead of an ethereal high so powerful it could bring the dead back to life? Here, the boy said, reaching into his pumpkin. Looks like you didn't get much candy. I took the morsel in my hand, staring down at the plastic label. Snickers, it said. I didn't know what Snickers was. Do you want it? 'Cause if you don't, I'll take it back. I do want it, I insisted, hastily slipping the candy between my lips. My teeth made short work of the sugar food. You're not supposed to eat the wrapper, the boy cried, as if I had done
That little boy's so cute. Oh, God.
He's so, like...
oblivious.
Yeah.
He's such an innocent, naive child. He's like, here you go. Such a nice child.
He was so pathetic, I thought.
Like a grandma now, since I said that. Such a nice little boy.
Or a pedophile.
Such a nice little boy. Oh.
He was so pathetic, I thought. His view of creation was reduced to this one neighborhood.
So pathetic.
And what he wasn't allowed to eat. Don't tell me that I'm not supposed to do, I hissed. The boy took a step back, and for the first time I registered fear in his expression. You never told me what you were supposed to be. Oh, the boy murmured, still craning his neck. I'm a zombie. A zombie, I repeated, feeling the word around on my tongue. The candy had stuck to my teeth and continued to fill my mouth with its sweet taste. I didn't like the way it refused to leave. What is a zombie? I purred. That's so stupid.
Oh, I feel bad for this guy. He's so funny. This is a funny one. Dude, look, my Sims is at 100% happiness.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, interruptions.
The boy took another step back, his expression growing. Another degree of fear, some part of him I sensed. Some tiny iota. That's a weird word. Of his being understood that I wasn't his kind.
Iota. Oh, yes.
It's like a dead person who comes back to life, the boy explained, his voice wavering very slightly. I must admit, I'm not familiar with any such creature. I mused. My tongue continued to dig at the solidified candy that dulled the needle-sharp point of my mouth. They're not real, the boy said, covering his fear with exasperation. I noted. That was so human of him. My voice is so scratchy. It's just...
Sit up. You gotta sit up, quit being so emo.
Oh. Well, my voice is so scratchy.
Well, just freaking sit up and it may be fixed.
I'm too lazy.
They're
They're just made up for comics, books, and movies. Not real, you say. I stared down at him, arms at my side.
Okay, this is getting very annoying. Just sit up.
Deal with it. Fine.
You're freaking choking.
My voice is still, it's normal, but it's still kind of scratchy.
Let me read it then.
No.
Skirt.
This is my podcast.
This
Just
is
kidding.
our podcast.
Well, last time you said your podcast, so.
Yeah, actually, no, I said it, your okay, frick, okay,
this
shut
is
up,
our
man.
podcast. Not real, you say. I stared down at him, arms at my sides. The claws on my left hand drummed absently across my legs. And what is real? I asked, what sort of monsters do you believe in? I don't believe in monsters. I'm not a little kid anymore. He took...
Yeah, get wrecked.
He took another step back. The fake pumpkin slapped against his knee. Of course you're not, I replied, beginning to lean forward. This is starting to sound a lot like a pedophile story. It is a pedophile story. Yeah, like this Halloween guy. Yeah, it's a pedo. He's feeding children, like, to himself with semen. What? Where do you have it? It's a type of drug. I know it's not. It's your... Jeez, keep it PG. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Of course you're not, I replied, beginning to lean forward. My legs remained stationary as I bent at the waist. Funny. But are you sure there are no monsters? I asked. Yeah, the boy stammered. This time he didn't move. He watched as I leaned forward, my upper half bridging the space between us. If he thought in some absent recess of his mind that I seemed to be growing bigger, then he was absolutely right. This is getting hella creepy.
Hella creepy.
But there are always monsters, I continued. You may think there are none. You may shut off your bedroom light and tell yourself there's nothing hiding in your closet. But, my child, you are wrong. Okay.
Jesus.
The boy said nothing. He stared at me, fear and defiance on his young face. He stood his ground as my black eyes stared into him.
Why
past
is that
his
gotta
flesh
be
and
black?
bones.
Why can't it be white? What are you, racist?
To where his innocent soul lay trapped in a mortal body, begging to be let out and join me in my eternal feasting.
Feasting?
Okay, yeah,
this is a freaking creepy one.
Yeah.
If you really think of it, this is actually what a normal pedophile would say.
Yeah. I knew that would make for a poor final speech, so I allowed the boy space to make a few remarks before I tore his... Listen to this. So I allowed the boy space to make a few remarks before I tore his head from his shoulders.
Jesus Christ.
They will not forget me, I thought, as I carried the boy down into my home.
Wait, so he killed him?
No, he's carrying him in his home, about to kill him.
But why is the child allowing this?
He's not. I assume he, knocked him out or already killed him.
That's a big plot hole. That's stupid.
Yeah, there's nothing there. They will not forget me, I thought, as I... Oh, he's probably dead.
Hang on. Stop. Just hit the power button on for the remote.
They will not forget me, I thought, as I carried the boy down into my home. They will not forget me, not now, not ever. And they wouldn't, I finally understood.
Just like a freaking murder sex offender pedophile, man. Hang on, your arm's cold, so I just need to cool down my inner thighs.
Okay.
And your arm thighs. Wait, aren't our elbows just arm knees?
What?
Wait, and also, aren't our forearms just our shins? And they're other arms just our thighs?
And then our rests are ankles?
And then our
shoulders, bro, our shoulders are waist.
And we were just a mistake made by God. And we were supposed to be the other way around. He copy and pasted it.
And they wouldn't, I finally understood. My friends had been wrong after all. Human denial wasn't to be feared, but to be combated. It was my job, and the job of all others like me, to push the bounds of the human mind, forcing them to think up new, okay then, and more ridiculous explanations.
I got some lotion.
Until there was nothing left but to admit the truth. Monsters exist. The human mind is a twisted, disturbing place.
Same.
Why are you playing Portal 2?
Because I'm listening to it, and I'm going to make remarks. I am the comedic side of this channel.
You are.
I am, you know that? So
yeah.
Yeah.
The human mind is a twisted, disturbing place. I realized this as I crouched in the darkness of my home, tearing the little boy's flesh apart with my bare teeth.
Oh,
Jesus
shit.
Christ. The humans would lie to themselves, all to pretend, stop turning off.
That's what she said. That's what he said. No,
All
that's
to
what he
pretend we don't exist. Yet at the same time, they would dedicate an entire holiday to acting out their pathetic depictions of us, pretending to be us for nothing more than cheap amusement. Deep down, they believe.
Hey, what do you want to drink?
Give me a Pepsi.
I'll ask my mom.
Okay. Every last one of them believed. It doesn't have gluten in it. And on that Halloween night, I felt the first whispers of the old ecstasy that had once defined my day. It was then, as I sucked the marrow from the little boy's bones, that I knew Halloween and my day had become one. The next year, I was prepared. And after the little boy's disappearance, several families left town. They were replaced by others of their kinds, who in turn brought more, and eventually my impulsive killing had the effect of bringing more houses to my once grassy field. To my great annoyance, one of these houses was built directly on top of mine. I had the forethought to evacuate myself. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. And whatever remained of the little boy before construction began. I head out far away, careful not to be seen by human eyes. This was another one of their many hypocritical stances. A scary remark was to be praised on Halloween, but demonized every other day of the year. When the house was finished, I returned to my lair. The human bastards had replaced my walls, my floor, my ceiling with hard, cold substances that I knew I would never find appealing. My home had been ruined, and I briefly considered building myself a new one in the earth, farther away from town. But my friend had been unable to drag me from my home all those years ago, and if they could not convince me to leave, then no human could either. I've stayed in the basement ever since. The humans who live in my house never come down the shoddy wooden stairs, except occasionally to check the furnace on the rare day that one of them makes an appearance. I keep myself well hidden in the shadows. It was only on the last Halloween, a year since my impromptu feast, that I was seen by any number of humans. Yes, I had known some in my lives before this home, but ever since coming to my once grassy fields, I had been seen by no human's eyes, bearing those of the little boy. When the sun went down on the night of the 31st...
Hey, how you doing, eh?
Oh, hey.
Got your Pepsi.
Thank you. Okay, so basically what happened is people moved out because of the little boy's disappearance, and then 1,000 more people moved in. Oh. You just left. Oh my gosh. He just left. Sorry. This episode is gonna have to end. I'm surprised it's going to 4 parts. This is crazy. It's a really long story. So I'm gonna recap what happened. Basically, that's a demon. Go check out the other ones, by the way. They will explain it better, but Jack has ADHD, so he can be a bit crazy. So basically, there's this demon, and on Halloween, he goes out to terrorize people, and humans come, and all his friends leave, so he's left. It's a he or she, I don't know. So he's left, and he's too afraid.
Sorry.
Bro, I'm trying to recap.
Salutations, my friend.
We have 30 seconds left.
Oh, crap.
So I'm recapping it, and then basically everybody moves in, and he's too scared to do anything on Halloween. So the one Halloween that he does do something, he kills a boy, and then these humans moved in on top of him, so we went to live in their basement, and that's where we're done. We have 10 seconds left. Thank you for listening to the Salty Boys podcast. Spread the word. Goodbye, my friends.